Hi everyone, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, we're going to talk about exotic scales, or as I call them, chromatic polychords. I've talked about these in some videos in the past. I've done them in ear training videos with Dylan, but what I mean is a chord or scale that will have 3 consecutive notes or 2 consecutive half steps. I'll give you an example. This would be what I call a chromatic polychord. Listen to it again. Play it up the octave. Okay, if we examine this scale, we start in the bottom half of the chord with C, F, G, which is a C suspended 4 chord. In the top of the chord, we have an F sharp major triad in first inversion, so A sharp, C sharp, F sharp. When I play them together, it sounds like that. So where are our consecutive half steps? They're here. We have F, we have F sharp, and we have G. Okay. Now this can be in any inversion of the chord. I could make this a G chordal in the bottom, so G, C, F, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, like that. I could do F sus2 and play it like that with a second inversion F sharp major chord, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and F, G, C. Now if we make a composite scale out of this, we have this: C, C sharp, F, F sharp, G, A sharp. That's the scale. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 note scale, or a hexatonic scale. This is what I would consider an exotic scale, but I call it a chromatic polychord because it has 2 minor seconds next to each other in the scale, with F, F sharp, and G. If I had 3 consecutive ones, you would call it an X cell. The X cell is a 4-pitch class chromatic cluster, or a chromatic tetrachord. You can find these X cells in the writing of Bartók or Webern, Schoenberg, Berg, Stravinsky. A very famous example of it is from Bernard Herrmann's score from Psycho in the murder scene. This is an excerpt from a video I did last year on Bernard Herrmann. Listen. There's your low E coming in there. So you've got you start here with an E flat, then you add E to it to create the real distance, then you add the lower E to it, then you add this lower E along with a D sharp down the octave. And then they add F to the cluster. So you've got this cluster of E flat, E, F, and F sharp coming up here, because it goes E, then F, and then down to F sharp, E, F, all played at once. I can't get that D sharp there. I wish I could. I don't know how I can do that. Here's an example of a chromatic polychord containing an X cell. This chord is A flat major over G Lydian. I've got the A flat major up top with A flat, E flat, C, and down on the bottom I have the G Lydian chord, G, C sharp, D. Now the X cell is here, from C in the top down to C sharp to D to E flat. So there's your X cell, just like in Psycho. Okay? You can also voice it in a closer position. G, C sharp, D, A flat, C, E flat. And then the notes are spread within an octave. C, C sharp, D, E flat. It still does not have that same kind of bite that you would expect in a chord that contains 4 chromatic notes. Now the scale that we have here would be this: G, A flat, and then up to C, C sharp, D, E flat. I'm calling it C sharp because it's part of the G Lydian triad, so G, C sharp, D, so it's 1 sharp 4 5. And then the A flat major part of the chord, I'm going to call also G, A flat, then C, that's the third of the A flat major chord, then C sharp is the middle note of the G Lydian, then the D is the fifth of the G Lydian, and then E flat is the fifth of the A flat major. So the scale, once again, G, A flat, C, C sharp, D, E flat. So that would be a hybrid scale or a chromatic polychord. You can also use some more complex seventh chords. For example, I could play, this would be a C major 7 sus2 over A augmented. So you've got C, D, G, B, that's C major 7 sus2 over A augmented. Listen to the sound. So our chromaticism in this chord, we have the three adjacent chromatic notes. We have C, C sharp, and D. Having those notes spread out by the octave, though, creating that flat 9 interval or the major 7th interval, helps lessen the dissonance, as if the chords were played with all the notes in close proximity. So that would be an example of a 7th chord over a triad. Okay, the scale for the C major 7 sus2 over A augmented is A, B, C, C sharp, D, E sharp, which would be F, and then G. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 note scale. But it's kind of an odd scale. So you have 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 4, sharp 5, flat 7. We could even do something like this, where I could do a 7th chord over, let's say I do a 7th chord over an added note chord. So here is a really complex chromatic polychord. This would be A flat add 9 over F major 7 sharp 5. You could play it in inversion. So that would be a chromatic polychord using two different types of chords, using an added note chord. So A flat add 9, 1, 2, 3, 5, and F major 7 sharp 5 or F Lydian augmented. F, A, C sharp, E. The chord scale for the A flat add 9 over F major 7 sharp 5 is, starting on F, F, A flat, A, B flat, C, C sharp, E flat, E. Okay? So we got 1, flat 3, 3, 4, 5, sharp 5, flat 7, major 7. Cool scale there. One more time, listen to it. I'm going to improvise a piece right now. I'm going to add some strings, piano, and some woodwinds and brass, and incorporate some of these hybrid chords or these chromatic polychords in the middle of this. I'll try and make it tonal and throw a couple of these in so that you can get a feel for how they will make the section a little more blue, let's say, or give it a little extra color. So I want to see if you can hear where they are. They're pretty obvious. Check it out. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. And if you're interested in the Beato book, you can go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Also, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rick Beato.